good YouTube? It's your boy D trying to listen, y'all. We got 2K25 gameplay. Now listen, it ain't my gameplay. We about to watch a bunch of YouTubers gameplay. Listen, make sure you like though. Sub you new. Yeah, let's get straight to it, y'all. We starting off with Joe Knows. Shout out to Joe Knows for the gameplay.
Including speed boosting. We've got the new go-to shots that can lead to some insane green.
Type shit,
We've
very
got the
tight.
shot rating you need to green consistently. We've got the mid-range game covered for all you MIDI magicians out there. We've got the new rhythm shooting system. And for all you slashers, we've got a detailed meter dunking breakdown. We're gonna cover the all-new shot contest system, and for all the centers, we cover the standing dunks and the paint mash. We've got Devin Booker floaters, we've got scoopers, everything you need to know about layups. We've got everything from paint defense to perimeter bumps to bump steals. Lockdown, stay tuned. Of course, we're gonna break down post scoring, and spoiler alert, it's really good again. We've got ankle breakers, blowout dribbles, Patty Mills jump shot. Everything you want to know about NBA 2K25 is in this video. Drop a like. Let's get it to 10,000 likes, and let's get into it.
And let's
I know Bron did not just step back, trade that bitch up like he.
Things floating around the internet about how you could not speed boost on this game. I don't know. Listen, y'all gotta be careful who y'all talk to. You can speed boost on 2K25. Okay, let's chill. You can speed boost.
Yeah, niggas was tripping on that shit like people couldn't speed. I ain't gonna lie, bro. After I seen that little leak, I don't know if y'all seen the leak yesterday of that gameplay. I think it was Uncle Demi's gameplay, but bro, the speed boosting it's just smooth.
Was it different?
It ain't fast. It's just smooth.
It's gonna take us a little while to figure out how to speed boost out of every single move on the game. Of course. Just like 2K24, in the beginning of the game, nobody could speed boost out of stuff. People were spamming Magic Johnson crossover for like 2 months, right? It took us a while. People thought you had to have Kyrie Irving dribble style to speed boost.
That shit ain't. That move Ja Morant just did ain't never getting you a bucket. I'm be honest, unless you crab.
Out of each
you might be able to crab and hit that shit, but like you don't crab.
It's gonna be something like that along the lines for 25 as well. We just gotta find the sauce. People like Young Dirk and Koza were doing a lot more dribble labbing than me. I just tested it a little bit. I speed boosted with De'Aaron Fox, with Ja Morant, with LeBron James. And for those of you that were also wondering, LeBron hotback is back. Yeah, you still get the big hotback. And for the small guards, I mean, Chris Paul's got the same thing. So LeBron hotback is back. You're gonna be worried about
Brown hotback,
bro. The quick little combos
can't guard it,
that like Steph Curry has to like dance behind. And I chained together some decent little moves. In my opinion,
he just speed boost clean as fuck. Like
better than the small players. But like, look at I'm
Brian, like they speed boosting clean though. Like
and this
it don't like a problem
for like 5 to 10 minutes. You know, so that whole thing people were tweeting, oh, there's no speed boosting. I don't know what these people. I don't know if they played the same game as me.
Nigga, then they're out there with KD trying
on the crossover right there. Little like quick, I guess, kind of quick stop pull up. The Magic crossover into like the John Wall crossover to the hoop right here. There's definitely going to be some ways to get open. We just gotta, 20 minutes of labbing the demo game at Community Day is not enough. It's going to take a little while. You see the John Wall snatchback from last year. There's a lot of
the dribbling looks smooth though, like
figure out to get open, whether you're on a bigger player, a smaller player.
Most of these moves ain't gonna work though. When a nigga got 99 steal, 99 glove, no, my fault.
Every other year.
Legend glove.
Wrap it up. We gotta find out the best SIGs. We're using NBA players. NBA players, even a Kyrie Irving, De'Aaron Fox, a Trae Young, they do not have optimized SIGs. They have a couple good SIGs. But they don't have like your My Player where you have, one of the best animations in every category. They might have 1 or 2 or 3 good dribble moves in their package of whatever it is, 10 dribble moves, let's say. While your My Player has 10 good animations. Steezo's gonna go crazy on this game. I was able to like dribble backwards a little bit, and I'm not I'm not Steezo. Steezo's gonna go absolutely
that shit
insane.
Don't look right, bro.
Alright, so let's look at the new shot timing profiles. You have layup timing and shot timing profiles. So for layup timing, you have real player percentage, low, normal, and high risk. You still have your shot timing visual cue. At least in the demo version, you couldn't create the custom cue that they had talked about, so you could just choose from the ones from last year. So I put it on push. And then for the shot timing profile, you see it's set to difficulty based, which is basically it just automatically adjusts depending on the difficulty you're playing on. So I don't know how that's going to work with online gameplay, if that's going to be an option, but you still have real player percentage, low, normal, and high risk. And essentially, you can read the descriptions here, but the high...
Listen, bro, if you're not using high risk award, I'm gonna be honest, like watch out. Like, watch out though. Like,
he has no limitless range, so not even bronze.
Hey, but that green
range.
like it won. What's up with his green? Not like it's switching though. Like,
but
I mean that's real though. But like, damn, but that shit my heart might drop. Like,
I was, this is using Jaws jump shot.
Game on the line, that bitch bouncing left, right, left, right.
I don't think he had any 3-point hot zones. Like, and I was still able to just green. So in my opinion, if you're not using high risk, high reward, you're going to be at an extreme disadvantage, especially when you play against other good players. Like I said, unless you have bad Wi-Fi or something, you're going to be on that high risk. Now, the next thing I wanted to test.
The only thing I really don't like
was
with
limitless
dribbling.
range.
It's like, it look like they glide on the court. Like, it don't look right, but it look smooth. Like, it just don't, I don't know.
This year, you can get legend limitless range.
On that bitch from deep.
But no NBA players that we played on had legend badges. So I wasn't able to test any legend badges. But as you can see, I can shoot from basically the center circle with Hall of Fame limitless. Now, Steph does have a 99.3, but he only has half limitless. So it's going to be interesting to see what that legend limitless is like.
So Curry don't got legend
let's talk about the new
limitless.
stick shooting. Okay, obviously we've read about it. Now this is it in action. Basically, it gives you two timings. It gives you a feedback on the first initial push of the stick in terms of your timing, and then it gives you a second reading at the bottom that talks about your tempo. Now, if you green both the timing and the tempo, you make it every time from what I saw. If you green one or the other, you make it a decent amount of the time. But as you see in this screenshot, you got the timing and the tempo.
Both.
And right here, I got great timing, great tempo, so they're both green. You make the shot every time from what I saw. But the main problem I think is going to come with this is, let's look at the two situations. First of all, catch and shoot. When you're catching and shooting using the stick shooting, it seemed like there was a slight delay. Like there was a little bit of a hitch in terms of how fast you could get the shot off. And maybe I was just doing it wrong because it was the first time playing the game. But even people that I talked to,
it's the demo. That's probably going to be fixed.
They felt like they could shoot much quicker. Like you could instantly shoot the ball if you shot with the button on catch and shoots. And there was that slight hitch, slight delay using the stick, which obviously is going to lead to your shot getting contested more because you can't get the shot off as quickly. The other situation besides catch and shoot is dribbling. And obviously it's something new, and I was only experimenting with it for a few minutes on this demo version of 2K25. But to go from comboing dribble moves to then shooting with the stick, it felt very awkward, and maybe that's just because it's new. If I had to guess whether people are going to use it or not, I would say majority of people will not use this. Kind of like the shot aiming back in 2K21. I think it was 2K21 if y'all remember that. I feel like it's going to kind of be like that.
Only real one know the shot aiming on 2K21 current gen was dead ass broken. You could green every layup in the game. You can green literally you can green 100% of your layups if you just aimed it. People didn't know that.
But for the most part, people are going to stick with that button shooting. So maybe people will use that. He said he would kind of experiment with it more and consider it. But for someone like me who's typically isoing,
this new bar look weird. I ain't gonna use the bar unless it's bar dunking
up and creating space and then using the stick to shoot.
Look funny.
Experiment with it as you want. I'll probably test it out a little bit more, but I think I'm just going to be shooting with the button on that high risk, high reward. Go-to shots. These are actually pretty cool. How effective will they be? I'm not sure. And did they soup up the green window on these? I don't know, because I was green and red.
Them bitches look like they really dropping though.
Crazy. And yes, this is on Hall of Fame. That is a very tight red coverage that we're going to get into shortly.
But like, okay, look. This is the thing, right?
Difficulty over.
Tone it down, but don't make it ass. Like, tone it down a little bit, right? Just a little bit. Make it where it's like, if I'm in his face, okay, he might hit. Because when I'm just seeing, like, it's automatic, nigga. I ain't gonna lie, like, it's automatic. Tone it down a little bit and it'd be perfect. Because, but let's be honest, most people not gonna do it. But the people that do it and got it in their bag and know how to time it, that's a whole different style of play style, like.
Who has straight Hall of Fame defensive badges. Here's another one right here with Kevin Durant. And it's a greened another red contest over Chris Middleton. So the go-to shots, the reason I like them is just because they look really, really nice. Aesthetically, they are very pleasing. They look very, like, they literally, as a
don't make your ass, because this basketball,
bro. The player movements from real life. Now, some of them are a little slow and they don't create a lot of space. So I don't know how much people will actually use them in like online gameplay. But the one thing that is good about these, as we read in the courtside report, if you watched that video or read about it yourself, you can, at any moment out of those combinations, you can speed boost out of it. You can also,
Damn,
at any
shit
moment,
really
as you,
smooth,
let's say you
though,
go
like,
tween, behind the back,
that's really his shit,
tween,
though.
tween, hop. At any moment in that sequence, you can do a different dribble move. So let's say I go tween, behind the back, tween, and then I want to just do like an escape and run right. I can escape and run right. At any moment.
My boy Jaden, he gonna love this shit.
And that's like the shot canceling feature that they were talking about. And I was a little skeptical because I was like, well, on past 2Ks, you could shot cancel, like you do a hop jumper, you just don't shoot it, right? You do a hop jumper and then just like run out of it. But it was much smoother, like they said, I will say. So we'll have to experiment with it. I'm sure everyone's gonna find like the one or two good like signature go-to shot that creates a ton of space or allows you to like really hop away and then like combo out of that and get to the basket or whatever. People are always gonna find like the most effective ones and use them online. But from a visual standpoint, they looked really good. And I don't know if they souped up the green windows, like I said, but I was green and contested signature go-to shots a lot, and all the gameplay you see in this video is on Hall of Fame. Off dribble shooting, for those of you that love the mid-range and love the hop jumpers and fades and all that, it felt really good. I'll be honest, like, I mean, obviously I'm using Kevin Durant and some other really good.
Bro, he answered that like
players,
he didn't really like.
But it felt very green.
Like he answered that like he ain't gonna like
reds.
people doing that.
Nope. I think the mid-range is going to be lethal again on this game. Like, it's going to be something people can go to with the front fades, the side fades, the back fades, the hop jumpers, spin shots, all the stuff that all you like.
But that's a different type of play style. Like, I kind of loved
about 24. I feel like the mid-range is going to be just as
what I don't like about
game.
the mid-range that some people don't make it.
Whether
like,
you're shooting the signature shots, the hop shots, the fades,
they don't make it like a bag, but they just start running. They'll run to the left. They'll cheese it left, right, and fade. Like that shit.
I think I get a pretty good sense of it from what I tested, and middies are going to be good yet again. Let's get into meter dunking. Now, the first thing you might see is the actual meters. There is no green window that it shows. So in order to determine whether it's a good or a bad dunk attempt, I'm not really sure. It's a bit of guesswork. Did it feel good? Oh, it still felt good. Yup.
My God, why that nigga really like he really floated on his ass?
I did not green all of them, so it wasn't like super duper easy to the point that you could just be brain dead and do it. All of these are on Hall of Fame.
All these people that dunking got 90.
No green window to tell you if
dunk,
it's like in 24, for example. You'd say, oh, it's a big meter or a small meter. You know, they talked about the dunk meter logic was going to change, and it wasn't just going to be straight up big or straight up tiny. Like there was going to be in between.
97. He shouldn't be doing that.
You know, we don't really even know what is considered in between or what's considered a big meter, small meter. We don't know any of that because when you go up, regardless of which of the three dunk meters you pick, it doesn't show you a green window. And the same is for standing dunks that we're going to get into in a second. So I guess it's going to be a lot of trial and error on what's a good take and what's like super greenable. The one thing I will say is going against smaller play, like jaw dunking on a guard, definitely felt a lot easier as I miss one on Dinwiddie. I mean, I show that. The one thing I will say is the opponent, the defender mattered. For example, like trying to dunk on Draymond felt a lot
that
more
nigga
difficult
threw that
than
shit.
trying to dunk on a guard like a Kyrie Irving or something. Like
that shit
either. So there's wide open. I think there's open. And then there's light pressure, which is a yellow contest. And then there's tight, which is a red contest. And then another degree that I saw was very tight, but it was also red colored. So I'm assuming it's just like obviously a heavier contested tight shot. But we don't know like how much more of an effect that has. Now, the biggest question I have is some of these shot contest systems. So I just have two examples here because I don't want to go on and on for hours and hours. But check this out. Okay, KD pulls up. It's a light pressure. Okay, shooting it over Brook Lopez. Now let's check out this MJ fade over Dwayne Wade. That's a red. So let's break this picture down. I froze it at the
be honest, that Jordan fade is
of
open.
Both of their jump shots.
That KD fade is not open.
The first one on the left with Dwayne Wade, I reached. I'm the defender in this situation. I tried to like get a strip animation or something
ball
like that.
up, but that's an open shot.
No hand even above Michael Jordan's waist at the time of him releasing that fade. And I got a red contest.
I mean, he touching that nigga
On the
meat,
flip side
but
over here,
like,
Kevin
come on, bro.
Durant,
Jordan
Brook
not
Lopez
caring, nigga. He
contested
putting that
this
shit in the
shot
hoop.
pretty damn well. Like his hand is all the way up, basically by Durant's wrist, almost right by his hand. It might be like one of those in real life where you shoot and the defender, you know, you high five the defender as you release the ball. Like he's right there, and that's a yellow. So that makes me think maybe Dwayne Wade's perimeter is much higher than Brook Lopez's. Maybe his challenger is much higher, or is it going to go back to contests where it's just really depends on where you're standing? Like if you're in the hitbox, a hitbox probably isn't the right term, but you understand what I'm saying. If you're like right up against the defender, even without a hand up, is it going to be a red this year? Because I'm going to be honest, though, the jump shot that KD's taking looks a hell of a lot more contested than the one that Michael Jordan's taking. And like I said, the Jordan contest was a red.
Like,
and
y'all
the
really
KD
think about it,
contest-
right? Post fade, right? Defender could really smack the ball and change your whole shot. But this is 2K25, not 2K50. They don't got that technology. So that shot gotta be open. Now this KD shot gotta be contested. Even though it's KD, bro.
Yellow. Standing dunks, first of all, were really OP in 24 because of the jab step. No more jab steps in the paint. Every time you try to jab step, you see right here, it's just you pump fake. Pump fake, pump gonna be. All right, let's get into some layups. Now, layups on 24 were really good. And
that's
as the year
really a
went on,
lay.
more
Like,
and more people found out about how good they were, and people started making the Devin Booker
yeah,
floater
the trailer,
builds.
not the trailer,
The animation
the
is
leak I seen
still
yesterday.
in the game. I didn't
The
test it
layups
for
look
too
OP,
long, so I
I
just got a couple clips for you there. I missed one, I made one.
Like,
But also in the game, scoopers. Scoopers are back. You still get the cheese.
that right
body to
there,
body
that
scoop.
animation, that's so buns.
Animation.
But it's
They
really
did not
like,
remove that. Now the thing about
I don't
this
think
is,
everybody should be able to do that, but I've seen a
I
small
don't even
guard
know if
doing
the
that
devs
shit.
know this is in the game. Like
That's
once
what I'm
people
saying,
found
like, I
this
don't think they
move
know.
out, They did it a lot in Pro-Am. I know some people did it in the stage. It was a bit more of a sweaty move, but basically you could just body.
You ain't
through
gonna lie, you
somebody,
gotta
even
have
if they
95
had a
strength to be
99
doing this
strength
to
and
me.
You had no strength. Strength had nothing to do with it.
That's
and that's
the
why
problem.
I'm not sure the devs even know this is in the game.
Yeah, no,
So
the
that
strength
body
didn't
to
matter.
body, like
You had
scooper
layup, you
cheese
could do that
layup
shit.
animation is still a thing, and it is still very effective. I grabbed
That's
some
a
yellows with it, and most of them said open. Now,
This right here,
also
that's a
with that,
bucket.
There's some cool new animations like that where it's like the dude's kind of pushing LeBron in the back, and it just looks cool. And overall, layups did feel very, very
a
effective.
lay.
Now, again, it's against the AI. Like we have to wait and see how it feels online.
Right, a nigga
But
with an 87
overall,
block,
layups,
glass in that shit.
they felt good. The D-Book floater's back, the scooper's back. Even if you don't get the scooper cheese like where you the body-to-body scooper cheese, just even regular scoopers felt good. I greened a lot of layups, and then even like with the smaller players.
But I
like,
think that's
they
how
take
it
you out of the
should
jump-
be, bro. Unless if somebody got 99 block, like there's people out here that got 78 block getting that Shaden Artist silver. And I'm gonna be honest, that shouldn't be damn near 90% blocking my shit. It should
Dunk,
only
you
be
can
like
green the layup.
really 40.
The
Like this
those
right
of you
here,
that were
like
asking me to test the layups, I would
Do that
definitely
shit
say
right
for
now
those
on
of you
2K.
that love layup builds and all
He's
that.
still gonna
It's
make
definitely going to be
95.
viable again. There might even be some good.
But
new
he
layup
might block.
animations. We'll have to wait and see. You know, if we find like something even better than the D-Book floater this year or whatever. But now let's talk about some defense.
give me
Bump
that.
steals were kind of tough to test, but for those locks that want bump steals back, I'm
Like
gonna
I
go
ain't
out
gonna
on a
lie,
limb.
hold on,
Kind
bro.
of
No, hold on,
test,
bro.
but
Before he can get to talking.
tough. Those locks that
This what y'all wanted. Cool. That's real
want
cool, bro.
bump steals.
But let's say I do this right. Let's say I tween through my leg, go to the left. On my mama, he better not be behind me because I better be gone. If he commit like this, I
Bump
better be
steals
gone
are
if I
kind
tween
of
to the
tough
left and take
test,
off.
But for those locks that want bump steals back, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say they are back because I was blitzing the computer on Hall of Fame, and anytime my body hit that ball, the ball popped.
Right,
free.
like
So
I ain't gonna lie, it's really
those lock
coming
guys
out
that were
like
frustrated all of 24 with not being able to get the bump steals they
And I
feel
don't
they
know,
were able to
y'all.
get, or they feel they should.
like
I should say.
that's a steal.
I think you're gonna be
That's
able to
a
get
good
bump
bump
steals
steal.
like crazy this year. Like, look, I'm blitzing Devin, but it's on Hall of Fame, and I'm just blitzing it. Like, anytime my body hit that ball, it popped free. And testing plucks with the NBA players against the AI is just difficult because not a lot of the guys have like Hall of Fame glove with 99 steal, like a a lockdown wood, or you know, anytime I did go for a
Look at this
reach
right here.
on the ball,
That's
I
a
did
plug.
not
That's
get it.
what.
Now, there's no
That's
right
what my
stick
nigga
ripper,
Joe wanted.
and
He
when I
wanted if a
tested it
nigga
in
do a front
24,
cross in his leg,
I was
the
getting
ball
a
coming
ton
out.
of on-ball steals. I didn't test it for very long this year because you know I had a limited amount of time and I had to get in the builder and all that. But to me, the main thing that stood out for steals was bump steals. That bump steals felt like they were like really effective. Like if you
They
position
did
yourself
program
correctly
the
and
AIs.
you get your body
AIs,
onto that.
I don't know y'all heard
basketball,
about
it's
that,
gonna
but they
pop
made
for you
the
from ball
AIs.
handler, which in
And
my
this
opinion
shit.
takes more skill than getting a pluck steal anyway. So I don't think that's a bad thing. You could get on the ball
And bump
handler,
steals
felt
should be.
good.
I
That
ain't gonna lie,
on-ball
bump
menace,
steals should be
I think that's
100%
what they said was
guaranteed.
like the new clamps as you see it popping
I'm
up
trying
in
to
the
see
top
an animation
right-hand
though. I need to
corner.
see the
You
animation.
get a lot of bumps, but
Cause I don't know if
Bill
y'all
Carr-
remember on 24. 24, y'all niggas was wrapped behind your back. I had a 95 ball handle, the lock right here in front of me. He wrapped around my back, took the ball. Bro, my shit
Right there, getting that
95.
little blow by animation on Chris Bosh. I don't think the bumps are like so OP to the point that people won't be able to move. Obviously, I think it's going to depend on what build is playing against what build, what the strength is, what the immovable forcer is, what the lightning launch is on, all that. But Bill Cartwright right there got a blow by animation moving in slow motion against Chris Bosh. Better than 2K24. It definitely felt like you could
It looked better, all
kinda
type of
get
shit.
downhill with it.
Like, you
In
really
terms
go
of
by
just
him, he
getting
come up, you buy
separation
him.
from the opponent, it did feel better, but I was playing against the AI, of course. We got to see when there's another human being sprinting as fast as he can to try to catch up to you. When it comes to ankle breakers, I really only got one, and I didn't even do it on purpose, and it was on a hop jumper, unfortunately. So, are ankle breakers back? Are they going to be effective? I'm not really sure. But
This
one thing
what I
I will
want.
say was when I was dribbling on the perimeter,
This is what I want about ankle breakers. If I activate that ankle breaker take, come on, bruh. Give me them ankle breakers from 2K20, bruh. 2K20. When you pop that badge, bruh, you really taking
a
ankles.
lot, I would get
trying to see
oohs and
some.
ahs from the crowd, and like I wasn't getting any crazy ankle breaker. It was almost like I was getting stun animations just from doing like small little combos. So it almost seemed like it worked as ankle breaker, but also tight handles. If y'all remember tight handles, we get those stun animations. And it wasn't like anything crazy in terms of the stuns.
That presents problems. Guys?
Thank you, David.
But I heard the crowd every time I saw the defender wobble, even just a little bit, you know.
That late ass
ooh,
wobble.
We'll see once we get online. I didn't like spam to get ankle breakers all that often, but everyone else I talked to said they barely got any. All right, a lot of you guys asked me about Patty Mills' jump shot because it was so good in 24.
I'm trying to see it,
I'll be
though.
honest, it's still fast. Obviously, this is the actual Patty Mills jump shot. I wasn't able to create a custom Patty Mills with different releases, but it is still really fast.
Yeah, I need that shot.
It feels relatively the same as last year.
I need that shot. Yeah.
Uh,
Alright, y'all, we about to react to Grinding's video because I seen Grinding. He was doing SIGs that, you know, that everybody use on 24, so I want to see how the SIGs look.
Stepback is back in NBA 2K25. Trae Young Escape is back in NBA
Okay.
2K25.
Trae Young
Takeover
back.
has been completely revamped in NBA 2K25. From how fast you get it all the way to losing Takeover if you miss a single shot. Dunk Meter has had some minor changes, including
The fuck?
when you should start the Dunk Meter animation for the best results. If you think 6'8" builds are going to be too slow and too big to be viable, you are 100%
Yeah, did that nigga
wrong.
just
Mainly
windmill
because
hang off the
Giannis
rim?
Antetokounmpo
Hold on.
moving crossover will absolutely be feeding slashers families all
Hey.
year long. And finally, there are brand new badges in NBA 2K25,
Oh
including
my
one specific
god, hold
that
on,
are
bro. Rewind
brand
that shit
new.
back. See, this is what I want to see, though. If I pop that takeover, that ankle breaking take, whatever it's called, I don't know what it's called, but I seen it, though. It really
in
better,
NBA
and
2K25,
he better really, like, I need him
including
really
one specific
throwing that
shooting
ass.
badge
Like,
that is the most overpowered badge I have ever seen. And no, it's not Legend Limitless Reign. You just learned 10 things about NBA 2K25 in less than a minute. Imagine how much you learn if you watch the whole video.
Oh.
What's up, Simply Squad? It's less than
huh?
a minute. Imagine how much you learn if you watch
Huh?
the whole video. What's up,
I
Simply
mean,
Squad?
that's
It's your
Giannis-
boy,
Giannis would do that to that
Gameplay
nigga, but like,
Guru,
damn, bro, I ain't trying to
and
get done
I need
like
y'all
that,
to
bro.
drop a like right now, because the second
Oh,
this video
hell
hits
no.
1K likes, I will drop the first ever 3v3 Rivet City Park gameplay on NBA 2K25.
Rivet
And I'm not gonna
City.
lie, y'all are in for a treat today, because not only am I breaking down everything you need to know about NBA 2K25's gameplay in this video, tomorrow I'm also gonna be breaking
Like,
down
it
the
look
entire
brain dead, but it's like
2K25 builder. That means I'm showing you guys all 72 takeovers.
Like
every
that slide and
single
turn
badge
around,
requirement,
slide, that
the
shit
attribute
look brain
ratings you
dead.
need
Like,
to
I don't
unlock
know.
every single contact dunk animation, and so much more. I'm going so in depth in that video that by the time you're done watching, you will literally be able to lab your 2K25 build a week before you even get on the game. So make sure you're subbed with notifications on so you don't miss out on that. Even if you think you're already subbed, double check and make sure that bell is clicked, because trust me, you do not want to miss out. Now without further ado, let's break down this gameplay. Alright y'all, we're gonna cover things in order of most importance. And the most important change in NBA 2K25 by far are the changes to takeover. In past years,
I don't
all
know
you
what
need
that
to
bird-
do to get
I said
takeover
bird,
is
that
make 3 or
plane
4
is,
shots,
but-
and then from that point on, you'd have takeover for a
Is it a plane?
predetermined amount of time. That is
Shit look like
not
a
how it
plane.
works at all in NBA 2K25. First off, it takes forever to get takeover this year. To give you an example, it took Steph Curry 42 points, aka 14 3-pointers, to finally get takeover. Now the good news about this is that it seems that this is only a quick play feature, because in 3v3 park gameplay, we were able to see people get takeover at the 17-point mark without even scoring the majority of the
But don't
points
take
with
over
that
only
player.
pop
But
up when you get
regardless,
level 5. I don't even see the bar. Like, is there no bar that show you your
42
take?
points was insane to me, especially considering I was shooting threes, and usually when you do what the player is meant to do, your takeover shoots up, but that just wasn't the case. And you know what's crazy? That's not even the significant change. The major change in takeover is that once you get takeover, you can literally lose it instantly if you miss your first shot. If you get a turnover,
Damn,
if
that's
you throw
what,
a bad pass, if
Joe
you
was
do
talking
anything
about.
that would negatively affect your takeover,
It was talking
you
about
can
somebody
lose
hot. Would they shit just go away after they miss? Some players don't, like, they miss one shot when they hot. But they
it's
come right back.
activated. Now, do
Train
you
that
lose
shit
your
up.
entire
Cooking
takeover
up.
meter that took you
I
forever
don't
to
know.
build up just because you made one mistake? No, that's also not how it works. Instead of losing your entire takeover meter when you make a mistake, it will just drop to the point right before you had takeover. So if you do something positive again, you will gain takeover again. The best way I can describe takeover this year is a heat check badge in NBA 2K24 that you can gain and lose
Yeah, that's way
repeatedly.
better.
So obviously y'all already know that takeover is split into 5 levels, and then you get your takeover ability. As you do good
Move my
things in
shit
the
back to
game,
the right.
you will level
Oh,
it up all
shit.
the way from level 0 to level 5, with each level progressively raising your attribute ratings, and then once you reach level 5, you will unlock your actual takeover ability, whether it's being able to shoot from deep or being able to get more ankle breakers, whatever takeover ability you chose. Now once you get your takeover ability, if you keep doing good
Curry,
things,
that
your
movie
takeover
doing with Curry,
ability
that shit
will
like it's
stay
gonna
on
be
your
the-
player. But if the first possession you
I ain't gonna
activate
lie,
your
it's
takeover
not.
ability, you get a turnover, you will
Nobody
instantly
following that
lose your
shit.
takeover, and the ball
After,
will
like,
drop
twice,
to right
to be
before
honest.
you had your takeover. Meaning you can activate and reactivate your takeover multiple times throughout a game. Y'all let me know if you think this is a good or bad change for NBA 2K25. I think it's interesting for sure. On the plus side, you'll never have those moments where you make one mistake right before you had takeover and your whole bar just depletes to 0. I know y'all know that feeling sucks, but at the same time, I don't know how I feel about someone activating and reactivating their takeover over and over again throughout the entire game. And I think there might be some sort of timer with this as well, because if you look at the 3v3 park gameplay, you'll see that a player has takeover, and then as he's catching the ball, the takeover disappears. He didn't do anything wrong, no negative thing happened, but he still lost his takeover. And then after he makes the shot, the player gets his takeover back. So my best guess is that your takeover gradually decreases over time. Probably a slight decrease, probably nothing crazy, but I think it's only when you actually have takeover activated. That way you don't have takeover the entire game. The reason I say that is because as you went up takeovers, I never saw a player's takeover go down unless like the quarter ended or something like that, but that's pretty normal. But I did notice players' takeover meter go down when
Took
they
that
had
shit.
takeover, even if no turnover or missed shot happened. We're gonna have to see how it plays out in the park. I think it's gonna be really interesting. But I did take the time to get takeover with Steph Curry, whose takeover I'm pretty sure I can't say the name of, but basically it increases his green window from further out so he can get more consistent consistent greens while shooting deep
I
threes.
think he
And
can,
I also
though.
got
I
Trey
think he can
Young's
say his
takeover,
take.
which
I think
boosts
I
the
already heard about
effectiveness
it.
of off the dribble shooting, as well as raises his chance of getting ankle breakers. And the last thing I'll say about takeover is if you're overwhelmed with the fact that there's 72 takeovers, there's actually 14 takeover abilities, like the two I just named, and then there's 72 ways to get to those takeovers. If that sounds confusing to you, good. You have a reason to watch tomorrow's video where I can go in depth and explain exactly what I mean. So make sure you're subscribed with notifications on so you do not miss out. The next thing we need to talk about are the brand new badges. Specifically, one overpowered brand new badge that I'm predicting is going to be a staple of NBA 2K25. Do me a favor and look at these 6 badges right here. Now I want you to pause the video and comment down below which badge you think is going to be the most overpowered all year long. Alright, I'm gonna give you a second. Okay, hopefully you got your answers down in the comments. If you guess Limitless Range, congratulations, you are wrong. But if you guess Deadeye, you are also wrong. Now, if you guess Shifty Shooter, you are 100% right. This badge is used so often in gameplay, it's actually ridiculous. But granted, what does it do? Well, if you only read the description, you would think that it increases your green window when you shoot fades or off the dribble shots. But just like Agent 3's this year, Shifty Shooter activates on every single shot you shoot. It doesn't matter if it's a catch and shoot jump shot, it doesn't matter if you dribbled a couple times, stopped for 8 seconds and then shot it doesn't matter if you shoot a fade from Narnia. No matter what shot you shoot, as long as it would be considered a jump shot, Shifty Shooter activates and increases your green window drastically. Now, why am I telling you this? Because tomorrow we get a powered post score build, get every legend badge in the game that you would want, and still have attributes left over. So the fact that they don't lose any adrenaline no matter what they do, it just seems like overkill to me, and it's the one thing I would really want to see changed about the game. If not for 2K25, then at least on 2K26. I'm not trying to hate on y'all post scores. Listen, it's no secret that I don't like y'all's playstyle, but I do believe that everybody should have fun on the game with whatever build they want to run.
Shit gotta be. You saw he just hit that nigga 3 times. 3 times. He that shit 3 times. I need 3 bars gone. Guess what? He out of bars.
The sake
nah, he can't dunk
but
cheese.
Yeah, like I said,
he can't
no changes to adrenaline
do
on
none of that shit. He gotta really
on 2K24 to lose an adrenaline meter.
pump fake my shit. If I don't jump, depending on my height,
you should expect the exact
obviously
same
if it's a small guard, he should lay that shit up.
Strength matter. We hear the rumors about strength every single year. Oh, you need
it's
strength.
It's a taller player. He shouldn't lay that shit up.
From what I saw at Community Day, I'm gonna say the same thing I said last year again this year. You will only need strength if you want a badge associated with strength in the builder. But do you need strength because you saw Giannis bulldoze someone in this quick play gameplay? No. Do you need strength because you saw LeBron absolutely bully someone in this quick play gameplay? No. But let's say you're making a lockdown and you want a certain defensive badge that goes off of your strength rating, then yes, you would need strength on your build.
Alright, y'all, listen, we're gonna talk about the builder tomorrow. We're gonna make a video tomorrow about the builder. Listen, make sure you drop a like though. Some of you new, shout out to Grind and Joe Knows for their gameplay. Hopefully, like I said, they don't strike my shit, you know. But listen though, drop a like, some of you new. Yeah, I'll catch y'all later.